Greetings and welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at the 2017 action thriller film John Wick Chapter 2, directed by Chad Stahelski and starring Keanu Reeves, Laurence Fishburne, Ruby Rose, and John Leguizamo. Let's begin. John Wick recovers his stolen Ford Mustang from Abram Tarasov, the late Vigo's brother. Wick dispatches Tarasov's men in a violent rampage that heavily damages the Mustang, but spares Tarasov under the promise of peace and returns home. Wick has his Mustang taken for repairs by chop shop owner Aurelio. John is visited by the Camorra crime boss Santino de Antonio, who reminds him that he helped John complete his impossible task, which allowed John to retire and marry Helen. In return, John swore to a marker, an unbreakable vow symbolized by a blood oath medallion. Santino presents the marker to demand services from John, who declines, so Santino retaliates by destroying John's house with a grenade launcher. John survives and travels to the Continental Hotel in New York City, where Winston reminds him that if he rejects the marker, he will violate one of the underworld's two unbreakable rules: no killing on Continental grounds and honoring every marker. John reluctantly accepts his commitment and meets with Santino, who tasks him with assassinating his sister Gianna so that he can claim her seat at the high table. A council of 12 high-level crime bosses. Santino sends Ares, his mute bodyguard, to observe John's mission. In Rome, Italy, John infiltrates Gianna's coronation, confronting her in a dressing room. Faced with certain death, Gianna chooses to take her own life. As she dies, John shoots her in the head to end her suffering and fulfill the marker. As John leaves, Gianna's bodyguard Cassian recognizes him, realizes that he was sent to kill Gianna, and attacks him. John flees to the catacombs, where he is double-crossed by Ares and Santino's henchmen, who intend to tie up loose ends by killing him. After killing most of the henchmen, John is again pursued by Cassian. Their fight leads them into the Rome Continental's reception area, where conducting business is strictly forbidden, like the New York Continental. As the two share a drink, John explains his reason for killing Gianna. Nevertheless, Cassian promises John a quick and clean death as a sign of professional respect. Julius, the Roman Continental's manager, arranges for safe passage for John back to New York as Santino opens a contract for $7 million to kill John, ostensibly to avenge his sister's death. This leads numerous assassins to unsuccessfully attack John, during which Winston visits Santino to complete the marker, thus freeing John from being unable to move against him. Winston warns Santino that he stabbed the devil in the back and that he will be unprepared for John's wrath. Injured from numerous attempted assassinations, John is then confronted by Cassian in the subway. After a vicious fight, culminating in Cassian being stabbed in the aorta, John spares him. The badly injured John seeks help from an underground crime boss known as the Bowery King, whose subordinates treat John's injuries. Intrigued by John's intent to kill a member of the High Table, the Bowery King sportingly gives him a Kimber M1911 pistol with only 7 bullets, one for each million of the contract. He directs John to an art museum where Santino holds a gala. John pursues Santino through the museum, killing his remaining henchmen, including Ares, who gives Santino enough time to escape the Continental, where he intends to remain indefinitely in its sanctuary. Despite Winston's warnings, the exasperated John shoots and kills Santino in the Continental Lounge. The next day, Winston meets with John and explains that the Camorra has doubled the contract on John, offering it globally. Further, for conducting business on Continental grounds, per the High Table's rules, Winston is forced to declare John excommunicado, terminating all his access and privileges to underworld resources. However, Winston delays activating John's excommunication by 1 hour, giving him a head start, and provides him with a marker for future use. Before leaving, John advises Winston to warn every other High Table assassin that he will kill anyone who tries to hunt him. John departs with his dog, as Winston makes a call enacting John's excommunicado to be activated in 1 hour. As news of the imminent contract disseminates, cellular phones ring all around, and John begins to run. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below letting me know which movie you'd like to see me do next, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.